Hi guys, it's Nikki here from Conscious Communication. I just wanted to jump on live today because, as a lot of you have probably seen over the weekend, I was at the amazing Soulpreneurs conference. And there's been so much that has come out of that for me, and there were some really strategic and tangible business takeouts that I picked up while I was there, and there were some more kind of mindset focused ones, and a lot of it is still just kind of integrating and kind of percolating around, but there are some of the takeouts that I thought I would share with you now. Because they're things that I really feel that I need to focus on and start to integrate into my business on a regular basis. And a lot of them are things that we all know and that we've spoken about before, and that we talk about on a regular basis, but just being reminded of them in a slightly different way and hearing it from a different perspective or someone new can be really refreshing and really helpful. So I've got three key takeouts that I wanted to share with you today. And the first one is something that we definitely talk about a lot, or a lot of people talk about, and it's something that a lot of people, kind of logically know. But it's that you are not your business. Even if you are the face of your business, even if your name is your business and you are effectively your brand, you are separate to your business. And I think the key thing for me with this was that not only is that important to remember from a personal perspective in terms of boundaries and creating time for yourself to kind of switch off and detach from your business, but holding your business within you and keeping it too close is actually detrimental to her as an entity as well, because energetically holding your business here means that you are limiting it and limiting its potential by keeping it constrained with your own limiting beliefs, and all of those fear thoughts that come up for you and that impact the way that you show up and you share and the thoughts and processes that you go through. So your own limiting beliefs are being imposed onto your business when you don't have that separation and that energetic separation between you and your business as a separate entity. And that was a really big aha for me, because I can think about my business as being separate to me, but have I actually energetically removed it to be its own entity? And something that a lot of the speakers on the weekend were talking about was the soul of your business, and really starting to visualize and conceptualize your business as having its own soul and having its own priorities and agenda and its own purpose. So, your personal purpose may be something that you are bringing to life through your business, but your business may have a slightly different purpose to what your own purpose is, if that makes sense. So, for you, it might be about the way that you can show up and serve and the impact that you can have in the world, and that may look slightly different within the way that it expresses itself through your business to the way that it expresses itself through your personal life and the way that you engage in your personal relationships and with your family and friends. So that was a really big takeout for me, just the necessity of starting to create that distance and allow your business to be separate to you, so that you're not tying it down with the limiting beliefs and fear thoughts that are coming up for you. the second and third takeouts that I want to share with you are kind of connected, but the second one is really around morning rituals. And this is something that, you know, we talk about a lot, whether you're in your own business or you work for somebody else. There's a lot of talk about, you know, the importance of starting your day right, and, you know, getting up on and starting on the front foot, and, you know, having a almost like a regime. I feel, you know, a lot of the time we talk about it as this very kind of strict thing. And one thing that I really loved about the conference was that quite a few of the speakers spoke about morning rituals as being able to be something that is integrated into your life and what you already do within the morning, and the things that you need to do as a point of process in your morning. And Gala Darling, one of the speakers particularly, shared that her morning ritual is really about doing what makes her feel good, and then allowing that to be what sets her up to show up and to create. And so I really loved that, you know, this idea of, you know, I have to get up at 5 a.m. and I have to sit for 45 minutes in silent meditation and quiet all my thoughts, and, you know, and then I need to do yoga or go for a walk, or, you know, it doesn't have to be strict. It doesn't have to be something that you force, or you have to kind of motivate yourself to do. It can be doing the things that you love and the things that you know set you up to feel good in your day. And I just love that, you know, especially having a young daughter. Getting up in the morning is really about getting her ready and organized for the day as well. You know, she spends time with her grandma some days when I'm working, and she goes to daycare some days when I'm working. And so getting up and enjoying my morning with her and being present with her, and even just really taking a moment to notice and enjoy the tea that I'm drinking, you know, and to sit and to give myself a few moments to breathe, to be with my little girl, and to drink my tea. And that can be my morning ritual. You know, that can be the way that I make myself feel good, that I start my day by being present, and that sets me up to then show up in the way that I want to show up. I do still have other elements of my morning ritual that are around, you know, sort of turning inwards a little bit more and finding a little bit of stillness before I start to get into the motion and activity of the day. But I think the thing is, if that doesn't happen one day, it doesn't have to derail the whole rest of your day. And it doesn't mean that the day is a write-off if you don't start with a very strict, specific morning ritual. So just allowing that to be something that is more joyful. And that brings me to the third takeout that I wanted to share with you all today. So the third takeout, and this is something that came up a lot in the conference, and funnily enough, it's something that's come up a lot for me personally in a whole bunch of different ways recently. But it's around embracing playfulness and lightness and allowing things to be joyful, you know, not holding on too tightly or taking things too seriously or taking yourself too seriously either. You know, you can allow it all to be joyful, and that can be your morning ritual, that can be your spiritual practice, and that can be your work. It can be your relationships and the way that you show up and engage with people, you know, coming from a place of presence and playfulness, and just looking for a bit of delight in the moments that we share and in the way that we are spending our time, you know, because especially when you're running your own business, we spend so much time and energy and put so much of ourselves into it. If there's no joy in that, and if you're not finding some lightness in that and some playfulness with that, then, you know, it can become so wearing, and it really becomes something that, you know, we need to be able to find some ways to express the lighter side of it and not hold on to it too tightly. So, you know, just allowing things to be playful and joyful, and finding ways that, you know, you can let go a little bit while still showing up, you know, because you might have all of these things to do on your to-do list, but, you know, do you need to do them in a way that is causing you to feel stressed and overwhelmed? And actually, are all those things on your to-do list necessary to do today? Because there may be things that you don't have to add and pile on top of all of the different things that you know that you do need to get done. So that's just a few of the quick takeaways that I wanted to share with you today. Firstly, that, you know, you are not your business, and that it's important for your business's perspective as well as for your own that you create that energetic separation. Secondly, that your morning ritual does not make or break your day, but also that it can be something that integrates into what you already do. And really the focus is just about making you feel good. So doing the things that you know are going to make you feel good, to set you up to then show up to do what you know you need to do. And thirdly, it's about lightness, holding things a little bit more lightly, being a bit more playful, allowing things to be joyful, and just to let go a little bit of that pressure and stress, and the sort of the need to hustle that we put on ourselves. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. I hope that that's been helpful, because those were certainly 3 of the big takeouts that I got from Soulpreneurs Live Conference. So if you have any questions, or if there's anything else that you'd like to know about the conference and what was shared there, then please do comment in the comments here, because I'd love to share more with you. And as I do start to process a few more of those takeouts, and, you know, I've got pages and pages full of notes that I'm going to go back through to look at, there are definitely some strategic and tactical suggestions and insights that I will come back and share with you as well. So thank you very much for joining me today, and I'll see you again soon.